All right, today we have another bumper. We have the 350Z. Well, no, okay, so it's the 370Z NISMO bumper made for the 350. So this is what I originally wanted, and then I ended up getting that AMS one, and then that one broke, and so I sold it for the low. Now, the reason that I didn't get this one in the first place is because it was only made by VIS, and they only made it in fiberglass. So it was like $1,000 to get this bumper. But then Ikon came out with their version of it with the LEDs already inside. So this seemed like a much better deal. This is also not fiberglass. This is the same like OEM material as the OEM bumper. Currently on the OEM bumper, I have the Ings lip or the INGS, whatever. And this bumper is just beat up. And I didn't want to spend the amount of money on this to get it all fixed up and looking nice when I could just get an aftermarket one and be a little bit more unique. So we are going to drill the holes that we need to get this bumper on, and then I'm going to drop it off for paint, and I'm super excited to see what it looks like. Okay, so I have the bumper on with nothing attached, and it looks pretty freaking dope. I can tell the fitment is going to be pretty decent, and it's definitely got its angles. I think I really like it from that kind of from the side view. From up front, it looks a little bit dorky, but that might just be due to the fact that it's not color matched or paint matched yet. So I'm also not going to be using the quick release, the bumper tabs or whatever. I'm over that. I'm done with that. So I'm going to instead just have to put a bolt in there and then a bolt on the other side, and then I'm going to have to get these clips in, or get the. And one thing you guys might want to see too, since I don't think there's really any videos on it, is the LEDs are completely ready to hook up and get started. Since it is a pretty affordable bumper, but for what you're getting, it's honestly not too bad. And then I will be putting my Nissan logo as well. Alright, the bumper is now on and secured everywhere. I did go ahead and just self-tap the middle instead of potentially messing up the bumper, trying to figure out where to put the clips at, so didn't mess with that. But I got the sides on. The fitment is pretty good. As you can see, it's definitely not 100%, but it's good enough for me. And then there's a little bit of gap right there, and a little bit of gap right there, so a gap in the same spots. Otherwise the fitment on the insides is good, better than OEM. And then there's no hood gap or anything like that, so we're clear on that end. So pretty much all there is left to do is get the bumper painted, and then it's going to be pretty sick. Of course I am going to be paint matching it, and then I think I'm going to leave the bottoms, like the blades, I'm going to leave that black, but then paint the rest color matched. Alright, so I just got word that my bumper is finished from paint. I already went ahead and took off my bumper because I'm just going to go there and put it on. And out with this old ugly bumper. I did try to fix it by putting an Ings lip on it, but it just doesn't fit right. And paint is all chipped and scratched and whatnot. We are at the body shop.
I think they're mine is what I'm not sure.
No, he's selling the fucking
Oh, yeah, but slowly, the one's getting there today.
Is painted, everything's set up, and it looks freaking awesome. Just as I expected it to look. And so I think this is probably the first good video on the Ikon NIS bumper, so I'm glad that I was the first one to get that. There might be a couple. There is a VIS version that's just way overpriced, and for the price that you pay for this and the fitment and quality and everything, and the fact that it's plastic and not fiberglass, like, this is 100% better.